Hi, good morning, everyone. So let me start our webinar. But before I start, so this webinar nga po of Student Pathway. So currently we're live on Zoom, Facebook, and TikTok po. So in any social media accounts na yan, you can watch us free. This is our free webinar on Student Pathway. So sa mga watching ngayon, you can ask question later after our discussion. Babasahin ko yung mga posted comments and question nyo po from Zoom and Facebook and TikTok po. So yun, before I formally start, let me introduce myself. So my name is Rainiel Del Rio and I'm the Client Acquisition Manager here in Roman Canadian Immigration Services po. So today our topic is for student pathway. So if you have a question or you want to become a student pathway in Canada, this is your time to gain knowledge or who's eligible for this certain pathway po. So let me start by for this, as I mentioned, this webinar about student pathway po. And of course, let me introduce our company first. So as I mentioned, we're Roman Canadian Immigration Services and we're a registered Canadian immigration firm in BC, Canada or British Columbia, Canada. And if you want to check our permits, you can always go to this website, Canada Business Registry, and simply type our company name. So Roman Canadian Immigration Services nga po. And of course, there's a technical difficulties here. So, okay. So our main office is located in Canada in 6057 in Dumont Road, Nanaimo, in British Columbia. And of course, our office in the Philippines is located at City Sleep Inn Hotel Event Center, JP Laurel Highway, Lipa City, Batangas. So yun, if yung mga watching na client here, if in case you're here in South, you can always visit us here in yun nga, along the highway lang kami from Tambo, Lipa City. So if galing kayong north, let's say Manila, paglabas nyo ng Star Tollway, keep left lang kayo and dire-diretso lang po siya. And of course, let me introduce our own immigration consultant po. His name is Israel Roman. His license identification number is R524. His license immigration number is R524540. As I mentioned, he's a licensed Canadian immigration consultant registered with College of Immigration Citizenship Consultancy or CICC po. And of course, he's a practicing registered nurse in Canada. And before he moved in Canada, he used to work as a nursing professor in the Philippines po. So, yan po yung background ng aming immigration consultant po. And of course, wait, there's a for the viewers, wait lang po may something error lang. Hi everyone. Just give us 5 minutes. There's some error here in our slides po. Wait lang po. Thank you. Hi, good morning everyone. Sorry for that delay po. Nagka-error tayo. So, di maiwasan sa live. So, let me start na lang po ulit for my presentation po. So, this is our live webinar nga po of Student Pathway. So, currently we're live at Zoom, Facebook, and TikTok po. And after my discussion, you can post your comments and your question po. So, okay, let me start na dahil nagka-delay-delay na nga po tayo. By the way, thank you so much for sa mga participants who's watching from Zoom po, nag-register pa sila and everything. So, maraming salamat po. And before I start, as I mentioned, this is about student pathway po. And let me introduce our company po. So, we're a registered Canadian immigration firm in British Columbia, Canada. And if you want to check our permits and legitimacy, you can go to Canada Business Registry and simply search Roman Canadian Immigration Services po. And our offices is located in Canada. Our main office is located in Canada in 6057 Dumont Road, Nanaimo in British Columbia. Yes po, the main office is in Canada na talaga. And our office or our extension office here in the Philippines is located at City Sleep In Hotel and Event Center, JP Laurel Highway, Barangay Sico, Lipa City in Batangas po. So if ever everyone who's watching na you think you can visit our office. So we're always open from Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. po. So technically, you can go here and talk to us directly po. And of course, we have our own licensed immigration consultant. His name is Mr. Israel Roman, and his license identification number is R524540. And of course, as I mentioned, he's a licensed Canadian immigration consultant registered with College of Immigration and Citizenship Consultants po. And of course, let me give you some background of our own immigration consultant po. He's a practicing registered nurse in Canada. And before he migrated to Canada, he used to work as a nursing professor po dito sa Philippines po. And ayon, if syempre you're only watching us via online and baka magtanong kayo, legit ba talaga yung company? Kasi as of now talaga maraming lumalabas na, hindi ko naman sinasabi, pero maraming lumalabas na fake organization and company na nag-scam. But yun, we have our own licensed immigration consultant. So if you want to check him, you can always go to any search engine and just simply type his name or his license identification number po. And of course, let me give you motivation to become a student in Canada. So as you can see flash on your screen, yun nga po yung mga currently student na magte-take ng kanilang co-op program na actually tinulungan sila ni Sir Israel Romea to take their co-op nga po in Nanaimo Regional General Hospital po. So ayan po, hopefully sa mga nanonood po namin na participant from Facebook, Zoom, and TikTok, maybe kayo na po yung next na makasama dito sa mga PowerPoint presentation po namin as an international student in Canada po. And of course, bakit nga po ba maraming pumipili kay Canada to become an international student or magtrabaho in Canada? And of course, Canada is home of the world's top academic institution and university. So I see naman or I know naman na maybe nakikita niyo sa social media na the best country to live in or to work in is always number one is Canada po. And of course, you can gain work experience setting them up on the path to a promising future po. Yes, we know na si Canada naman is maraming may offer sa atin as an international student or as working in Canada alone. And of course, ito yung pinaka target or main reason natin why we want to become an international student in Canada. After completing your studies as an international student, you can work and may be eligible to apply for a permanent residency status po. So, yes po, I know naman sa mga watching from us na wala pang totally knowledge about the student pathway and everything na yan, bibigyan ko kayo ng knowledge kung ano nga ba sa permanent residency, paano nga ba siya, or ano nga ba ang matutulong niya sa atin po. So, of course, in Canada, as an international student, we have intakes po kung tawagin. So, the first intake po is we have the first intake, that's the September, and that's the fall intake po. We have the second intake, that's the January intake or winter intake. And we have the third intake, and that's the summer intake po. So, as an international student, definitely, you need to choose kung anong intake nyo po ba gustong pumasok in Canada. So, yung iba, actually, to give you an idea, marami pong pumapasok sa September or fall intake and sa May na summer intake. Bakit? Unang-una, from if ever na kayo is galing from a tropical country and hindi naman tayo sanay sa winter. Kasi sa Philippines, ang weather lang natin, it's either rainy season or summer season lang. So, kaya marami pumapasok sa kanila para hindi naman nila agad mag-adjust sa climate po. But, if you want to take the winter intake, wala naman pong problema. It's your choice, it's your decision po. Pero yan po yung 3 intakes natin in Canada po. And of course, For the student pathway, as I mentioned, ang unang kailangan nating process is we need to look for a school and program. Before the intakes pa, you need to have your school. What school nga ba yung kailangan nyo, or what school nga ba yung gusto nyo pasukan, and ano bang program ang magsusut sa inyo as an international student in Canada. So, to give you an idea, meron kaming mga partner school na already in Canada na baka this school is sabihin na natin na maging choice nyo sa if ever na mag-enroll kayo or papasok kayo as an international student in Canada po. So this is our VIP school partners po. So first school partner namin talaga is we have the Stenberg College. We have the Georgian College. We have the Fanshawe College, Coast Mountain College, Niagara College, Durham College, Humber College, Okanagan College, Centennial College, Saskatchewan Polytechnic College po, and lastly, actually, Discovery College, and lastly, we have the Sheridan College po. So everyone who's watching na, ay sir, may napili na akong school pero wala po dyan sa VIP partner school nyo. Paano po yung gagawin ko? Actually, kahit wala dito yung napili yung school, or if you already have your chosen school po na wala dito, wala naman po magiging problema. We can help you or we can assist you pa rin po in any school you want po. But ito lang, minomarket lang din namin yung mga partner school namin para if ever interested kayo sa one of the colleges na filinash ko po sa inyong screen, mas madali yung communication natin with them. Kasi nga, currently, we're partner na po with them. But as I mentioned, it depends on the student pa rin naman po. And before I proceed with the next slide po natin, ayon, if you have a question po, you can post it already actually in TikTok, Facebook, and here sa mga attendee dito sa Zoom, you can post your question na po. And of course, so are you familiar po ba with IELTS or English Proficiency Test po? So actually sa mga watching dito sa aming live, currently, we're partnered din po with British Council po. So we are the official testing center here in Batangas City po. So if ever na mas malapit kayo dito and you will take your English Proficiency Test po or IELTS ka po, you can book your IELTS mismo dito sa amin, sa office po mismo namin. So, located nga lang po siya sa Tambo, Lipa City in Batangas. Para at least hindi nyo na kailangan pumunta in Manila. So, kung if ever na kayo ay taga Batangas City, Lipa City, Cavite, Laguna, you think mas malapit kayo dito, actually, yes, you can book your IELTS testing center dito nga po. And of course, for the student pathway, sino nga po ba yung mga eligible mag-apply for this pathway po? Actually, hindi naman ganon kataas yung required na eligibility for a student pathway po. So, ito po yung eligibility kung sino yung eligible or suited for the student pathway. Of course, at least high school graduate or K-12 graduate lang po. Yes, tama po yung narinig nyo, hindi necessary na graduate kayo ng college bago kayo makapag-student pathway in Canada. At least high school graduate lang po tayo or K-12 graduate, allowed na po tayo to become an international student in Canada po. But it always depend on the school requirements po or school requirements all or the program itself na pipiliin nyo. Kasi to give you an idea, may mga program po in Canada na technically nagre-required na at least you're a college level or something like that. Pero hindi na ako mag-dig deeper with regarding sa mga courses po na i-offer ni Canada. And of course po pala, if you want to book a one-on-one session between me or between Roman Canadian Immigration Services, you can always contact us and you can email us if you want to book a one-on-one session kung you want it to be more specific talaga. So, and then, of course, sa documentary requirements, we always have our documentary requirements. So, flash ko po sa inyo. So, as you can see, we have the academic IELTS po. Baka po may magtanong po sa atin, Sir, doon naman sa school na napag-inquirean ko in Canada, hindi naman sila nagre-require ng academic IELTS po. Yes po, si academic IELTS actually, it depends on the school and program po. But as of the moment, karamihan po kasi in schools in Canada, hindi naman talaga sila nagre-require ng IELTS po. Pero yun nga, depende sa school and program po. So definitely, kahit hindi muna kayo mag-take ng IELTS, wala naman po problema. And of course, ito ang laging mandatory requirements po natin is the school records po. For the school records, ano nga po ba yung mga hinihingi ng school in Canada? So we always have our TOR and diploma. Yan dalawang yan, yan yung pinaka main na kailangan na requirements ng school na pupuntahan po natin or papasukan po natin. And of course, if you have a training certificates na, di ba in school naman nagko-conduct ng mga training, and if you have certificate, yun, pampalakas din yun ng profile natin as an international student in Canada po. And of course, ano nga po ba or bakit nga ba maganda mag-student pathway in Canada? Of course, si Canada po kasi nag-o-offer po siya ng post-graduation work permit. So ano nga po ba si post-graduation work permit po? So, to simplify, you can apply for a post-graduation work permit upon the completion of your course, which enables you to stay in Canada and work for any employer without any restriction po. So, isa to sa perks of being an international student in Canada. After your study po in Canada, bibigyan or possible tayo makapag-apply for a PGWP program nga po in Canada na mag-aalaw sa atin makapag-work in Canada po. And of course, if your course or program na kukunin niyo po is 1-year program in Canada, the equivalent of PGWP is for 1 year. So it means you're allowed to work in Canada for 1 year po. If 1 year yung program na iti-take nyo. But if you will take the 2-year program or course po, the year of PGWP na may offer ni Canada sa inyo is 3 years po. So technically, as an international student, definitely, mas magandang i-take natin or mas sinasuggest namin sa mga client namin to take the 2-year program po. Para at least you have a 3 years PGWP program. And ayun, 3 years, it's definitely makakapag-work tayo in 3 years po. And possible, we can apply for a permanent residency status po. After nating mag-trabaho in Canada. And of course, ano nga po ba yung process namin dito sa Roman Canadian Immigration Services or Roman Associates Immigration Services po, if ever na you will be on board po on our team. So our process po is the first thing you need to do is we have the free assessment po. So as I mentioned, it's free assessment. So you can send your detailed resume sa amin. So we can assess if you're eligible with this certain pathway po. But if you have school and program na naisip din, pwede nyo i-indicate din yun sa email namin para mapacheck din po namin sa partner namin if suitable nga po ba kayo sa program and school na napili nyo. And of course, the step 2 is, yun nga, you need to choose a school and program po in Canada po before proceeding with the third step. And the third step is the program discussion po. With the program discussion naman po, actually ako rin yung makakausap nyo with regarding that if ever na i-discuss ko sa inyo yung paano po yung process, ano yung mga documents na kukunin po namin sa inyo. And if ever you don't have any question na po from our team, we will now proceed with the step 4. And the step 4 is signing of service agreement. Yes, of course, we have a service agreement if ever na you will be on board na nga po on our team po. And after signing the service agreement, the step 5 is you need to settle our administration fee. So definitely the administration fee, don't you worry, madidiscuss ko na agad yan during the step 3 pa lang or the program discussion po. And of course, after settling the payment for our administration fee, we will collate your documents actually. And after collation of your documents, we will now submit the required documents to your chosen school po. So if may napili na kayong school, definitely sa step 2 pa lang yun. Pag na-collate na namin yung mga documents na kakailanganin po natin from your chosen school, isasubmit na po namin siya dun sa school na napili nyo. And after that, sa step 7 po natin, the school will issue an offer letter for you po. And after the school na ma-issue nila yung offer letter, actually, you need to settle the tuition fee po from the school po na napili nyo. Actually, the tuition fee hindi na kailangan dumaan sa amin. Actually, pwede kayong mag-direct na from bank dito sa Philippines, wire transfer to your chosen school po. Yung iba pala, to give you an idea, yung ibang school, it depends po Yung iba, pumapayag na it's down payment lang yung babayaran nyo. Yung iba namang school, nagpapasettle na po sila ng whole year na po yung pagbabayad nyo. Pero it depends pa rin po sa school and program. So, lagi nakadepende siya sa institution na papasukan natin and sa program na kukunin po natin. And after we settle the tuition fee na kakailanganin ni school, we will now proceed with the step 9, and that's the issuance of letter of acceptance from the school. So, ano nga po ba si letter of acceptance? Ito pong letter na to is binibigay ito ni school na katunayan na tinanggap na po tayo ni school na napili natin as an international student sa kanila. So definitely, you already have slot on that certain school and program na kukunin nyo po. And after that, we will now proceed with the step 10. And the step 10 po is the collation of immigration documents. Don't you worry. Sa immigration documents po, ito naman yung pinagmamalaki ko from our team. We will make sure na yung immigration documents nyo will be error-free po. So we will make sure na walang magiging mali. Kasi to give you an idea, even the photo po na magsasubmit tayo sa immigration ni Canada, may mga sizes po yan. So mahigpit sila with regarding that. Pero as I mentioned sa inyo, if ever na you will be on board on our team, hindi nyo na po siya magiging problema sa atin. I guarantee po yan. And of course, sa step 11 po natin, you will now settle our service fee po. As you can see po, yung pagbabayad or settling ng payment sa amin, hindi siya isang bagsakan. You can settle it staggered actually. So, 3 different payments siya para at least while we process this, hindi naman medyo mabigat sa inyo na, ay, nagbayad agad ako ng ganung amount. Pero, kaya ang ginawa po namin, staggered payment po siya. And after you settle our service fee, we will now proceed with the step 12. And that's the logic of visa application. So, yan po. Marami nagtatanong po sa amin, Sir, once na-lodge po yung application ko as an international student in Canada, gaano po ba katagal yung approval or ilang buwan ba ako mag-aantay para makalaman ko yung result? Actually, hindi ko rin yan masasagot directly. Wala po talagang timeline na masasagot natin kung gaano katagal yung result niyan dahil nakadepende pa rin yan sa immigration ni Canada po. But to give you an idea, merong application na na-approve in a week, minsan 2 weeks, 3 weeks, in a month, minsan din naman po, abutin siya ng 3 months po. Kaya, if ever na mag-a-apply kayo for student pathway, mas maganda, mas earlier. Let's say mag-a-apply po kayo this January. Your intake will be on September. At least if ever na, wag naman, there's a problem during dun sa first lodging ng application natin, ma-amend po agad natin siya. So medyo malayo pa yung September, so technically you have ample time para maayos yung mga documents sa kailanganin natin. So as an international student applicant, mas maganda the earlier, the better lagi po. And of course, after all of that, yan, you can send your detailed resume sa amin at assessment@romancis.ca po. And don't forget the subject line. Lagay nyo na lang po student pathway po para at least aware kami kung ano nga po ba yung ina-apply nyo. Kasi technically, we cater all pathway going to Canada po. But yan, stay ko muna dito yung slides for our pre-assessment po. And yan, you can now post your question or suggestion po. I will read it. So here in Zoom, meron tayong isang answer from Annalyn Mendieta. Is there aged care and mental health course, and is there age limit for the courses? So, Ma'am Annalyn, actually, ang kagandahan in Canada, wala naman silang age limit. Actually, kahit anong age nyo, pwede kayong mag-aral in Canada. And with regarding dun sa mga courses po, ma'am, it depends sa school ha, kung anong school. If ever na wala pa kayong school na napipili, ayun, dito na papasok na you can send your detailed resume sa amin para at least mahanapan namin kayo ng school na available yung program na gusto nyo po. So, ayun, with the age limit po, wala pong age limit si Canada as long as na, as an international student, to give you an idea kasi, ang kailangan natin i-prove sa immigration officer na matatapat sa atin is, after we study in Canada, is we will go back sa home country natin. So, paano ba natin ma-prove yun? So, we have our home ties. Sa home ties po natin, ano ba yan? Actually, malawak si home ties. Pwedeng home ties natin, family natin. Actually, family, mga properties nyo po dito. If you have a business here in the Philippines, yan. Ganun po yung possible home ties po natin. And other question po, you can post it po. And ito. Yes. So, I will read some question from TikTok po ah. So, wait. So, from TikTok viewer, how much po student visa? For the student visa po, actually, para mas detailed yung discussion ko, you can book your appointment din sa amin. You can directly email us here in assessment@roman.cis para I can book you on one-on-one session between us para at least ma-discuss ko sa inyo magkano nga po ba yung total fees natin for the student pathway. And ayun, mga possible schools and everything po. I can discuss it detailed sa inyo. And ano po ang pathway? Actually, sa mga nagko-question po dito sa aming TikTok na how po yung work permit, actually, we have scheduled webinar po with regarding sa certain pathway po or the working pathway po. So, siguro, hindi ko muna sagutin with regarding sa work permit ngayon. You can watch our different live session or webinar session with regarding sa work permit po. So, later payment. So, Mr. Cool from TikTok. So, hindi ko niya ako talaga wala pera. So, from Famela to Plano, from TikTok viewer po, sabi niya, pangarap ko talaga makapag-Canada kaso wala ako pera. So, paano naman po pa ganun? Actually, in Canada naman, let's say you want to become an international student talaga, but sadly, wala tayong available funds or what, meron po tayong tinatawag na sponsorship po. So, pwede po kayo magpa-sponsor kahit kanino, kahit relatives yan. Kahit hindi nyo relatives, actually, pwede kayo magpa-sponsor. So, if your dream talaga is to become an international student in Canada, yun, we have a sponsorship po. Pero syempre, yun, kausapin nyo si possible maging sponsor nyo, pwede po yun. Wala pong magiging problema doon. From I am Josel, mga nasa magkano magagastos sa admin fee? Sa admin fee po, ayan, dito kasi in live kasi, I can discuss it to you po ma'am, one-on-one natin. So you can book our schedule dito sa assessment@roman.cis po. Para at least one-on-one session siya between me and you po. And Jedi from TikTok, are you located in Canada? Our main office, sir, is located in Canada, as I mentioned, in Nanaimo, British Columbia. But currently, our satellite office is located here in the Philippines, in Lipa City, Batangas po. From Kal-El, from TikTok, age limit po ba? Meron po ba? Definitely, wala po tayong age limit in Canada po. And of course, other pathway po aside student pathway. Ayan. Miss A from TikTok, ayan, we have, as I mentioned, we cater all different pathways going to Canada. But specific lang po tayo as of the moment for the student pathway ngayon, but you can always follow us on our social media accounts para at least updated po kayo. Lalong-lalo din sa TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram, we have YouTube account, we have also. So follow nyo lang po kami para at least updated po kayo sa amin. And Teo Roach from TikTok, kailangan po ba ng show money? Yes, ma'am. For a student pathway po, hindi technically, yes, ang alam natin mga Filipino, tawag sa kanya is show money, but definitely it's not for show only. The term we use for it is proof of funds. Kasi definitely, yung money na sinasabi natin na show money is gagamitin natin yan once na nasa Canada na po tayo. Kasi yun nga, you will become a full-time student po in Canada, ha? You're allowed to work, pero 20 hours in a week lang po siya. So, ayun. If you're located in Canada, notice, just warn to all. Okay. So, for Circle L, you tripod. Sige, sir. Provide po kami next webinar namin. And magbabayad ka ng school pagdating mo doon tsaka sa kanila. Yep, definitely you need to pay your tuition fee in school. And if ever na you will get our services, yes ma'am, you need to settle kung magkano yung service fee po namin. And Sir Jedi, ito si Sir Jedi, medyo ano si Sir parang just to work permit. Yeah, actually sir, we offer work permit then, so don't you worry. Okay, sir. Yes, from Sean Estrada, tas mahal pagagastusin pag student. So definitely, sir, as a student pathway talaga, you will become a full-time student dito. So yes, medyo yung cost niya is medyo mataas dahil mag-e-enroll po tayo sa school na pipiliin natin. Pwede ka magtrabaho doon kahit ano, pwede ka magtrabaho doon kahit ano, basta student ka, kahit ano age. Yes, ma'am. You're allowed to work. Pero if ever na you're a full-time student in Canada, you're allowed to work 20 hours in a week po. And wala pong age limit in Canada. More or less, how much magagastos sa student visa? More or less po, ito, sabihin ko if ever yung tuition fee, averaging na tuition fee po in Canada, 15 to 18,000 CAD. So in peso, you can do your conversion na po doon. Dapat meron LMA yun, like food service or any job. Well, si Sir Jedi actually helping siya sa mga viewers natin from live kasi nag-aano siya, nagbibigay siya ng information on our live. So thank you Sir Jedi then. So yun, post your ano pa po, kung may sponsor po, need ko ba bang makita ng fund ng yung sponsor, Teo Roach? Hello ma'am Teo Roach. Kung may sponsor po, need po ba magpakita ng fund yung sponsor? Definitely ma'am, kailangan niya magpakita ng bank certificate and bank statement po. As a sponsor kasi, definitely, kailangan may fund siya. Kasi kung wala siyang fund, so definitely nonsense yung pagiging sponsor po natin po. So yes, need po niya magpakita ng funds. How to apply po? I'm a certified caregiver po. So Ma'am Eugene, with regarding sa caregiver, yes, we cater din ang caregiver pathway, but as of the moment, focus muna tayo in student pathway. How much bayad kung mag-apply? How much bayad kung mag-apply for work sa Canada? So, I think hindi ko muna sagutin ito ma'am dahil more on student pathway muna tayo ma'am. Pwede kung grad ka ng bachelor, how to apply work permit nasa Kuwait ka, yan, mabilis yan. How much fees for work in Canada? Yan galing ibang bansa, maganda cross country. Yes, tama po. Ayan, actually wala naman ng question dito. May na-receive kaming email sa inyo regarding migrant permit work. Iba yun, how does it work? So, Miss A, if naka-receive na kayo ng eligibility email, just wait for our call po dahil currently, we have batches kasi dito sa amin. Yes, we cater din ng mga, actually, ng mga working pathway, but as I mentioned, hindi ko muna siya masyadong i-broadcast ngayon dahil meron din kaming webinar with regarding sa work permit namin. So, Ma'am Theo Roach, magkano po ang pwedeng ipakita fund sponsor po? At least minimum po. If ever na ang sponsoran po niya is single applicant, at least mag-ready po kayo ng at least 700 to 800,000 po. If ever na you will become a student pathway po, Ma'am Theo. So, yun po siya. So, from JJD23 on TikTok, ano po requirements pag student pathway? So, actually, mga requirements sa student pathway, to become eligible sa student pathway, at least high school or K-12 graduate ka lang. And of course, you should have your TOR and diploma. Yun lang po, ma'am, actually. And, ayan, naka-flash naman sa screen natin on TikTok. We have our free assessment yan. You can submit your detailed resume dito sa assessment@lumencis.ca po namin para at least ma-assess namin if you're eligible nga po. Ito naman, from Zoom, from Ma'am Annalyn Mendiata. So, 15,000 CAD buong year course na yun. Thank you. So, ma'am, yung 15,000 CAD po natin, it depends po sa school and program po natin. Pero yes, ma'am, averaging 15 to 18,000 CAD in a year. So, if ever na 2-year program yung pipiliin nyo, so definitely times 2 po niyan. So, yan. I hope I answer your question. Sige po, post pa po kayo ng question dito sa aming Zoom, sa TikTok. Go lang po. So, pag families po, sir, in dollars po. Pag family, sir, let's say your family of 3, at least mag-prepare po kayo ng mga actually 20,000 CAD. Probably, ma'am, Theo Roach. Mga 20,000 CAD if family of 3. Pero para sa akin kasi yung 20,000 CAD, ma'am, ano lang siya. Pwede na, pero mas maganda, mas ma-exceed pa rin natin. So, from Sir Donnie, how are you doing, love daw? Hello, Sir Donnie. Love you. Post your question pa po here in TikTok, Zoom, Ma'am Annalyn, if you have a question pa. Ma'am Annalyn, actually, you can book a session between me and you one-on-one para at least mas clear tayo sa discussion natin. Pag family of 4, ayan, pag family of 4, ma'am, yeah, pwede kayong mag-reference sa 20,000 CAD, but if ever na per family additional, let's say, mag-ready kayo ng 3,000 CAD per family member. So if ever na family of 4 kayo, yan, at least 20,000 plus 3,000 CAD. So depende na po sa inyo yun. Pero ayun, siguro mag-ready kayo ng at least in peso. Kung family of 4 po kayo, to be safe lang po, ma'am, at least 2 million in peso. So from Ms. A, when po ulit magdi-discuss here in TikTok regarding the migrant work permit po naman. So actually, ma'am, ako din yung mag-discuss nun sa next webinar po namin. Kung kailan yung date, you can follow us here in TikTok kasi meron kaming mga announcement kung kailan yung mga webinars po natin. So if ever, as you mentioned kanina, Ms. A from TikTok, na naka-receive na kayo ng eligibility email from us, so magantay lang po kayo ng tawag sa amin and definitely naka-line up naman po kayo and we're just waiting lang po for the employer natin. Any question pa po, you can post it here. I'm still here po. Sige po, I'll be waiting for any question po. From Ma'am Tayo Roach, okay, salamat po. Sa work permit po, yung direct hiring, meron din po ba kayo? Ma'am Tayo Roach, to be honest with you, yes po, meron din po kami. But you can follow us on TikTok dahil ipopost po namin if ever na needed kami ng certain ano bang work ang mga ino-offer namin yon. Makikita niyo sa TikTok namin. So keep following our social media accounts para updated po kayo para if ever na we have a vacancy on this position, we can line you up na po. Nag-assist din po ba kayo na pag-work lang? Yes, ma'am. We have a direct employer na in Canada na yes, nag-assist din po kami ng work permit. Any question pa po? Nasa magkano usually magagastos sir pag work permit? So Miss A, sa work permit po natin actually sa amin kasi it's all in na. Excuse me. It's all in na yung packages po namin siya. Kami na yung mag-ayos ng all the necessary documents and everything nyo po. And with regarding kung how much po, siguro you can pwedeng gawing reference nyo yung email na receive nyo po sa amin. Ayoko lang i-disclose siya dito in live, pero at least, ayun, kung naka-receive na kayo ng email, dito sa assessment at Roman CIS namin, pasa lang po kayo ng resume sa amin para at least, if you're eligible, we will send you an eligibility email po. Yung skilled worker po, yes ma'am, we have. Pero I won't disclose it now kasi sa posting naman namin para at least dated nga kayo yan, follow nyo lang po kami. Any question pa po? For student naman po. Pag working po kasi we have separate webinar with regarding sa working permit po namin eh. So yung mga suggestion niya actually, binavalue naman namin yan katulad ng suggestion kanina. So at least aware kami na yun nga, mas gusto niya mas pa okay. Sabi kanina ng viewer namin from TikTok is possible ba mag-tripod. So definitely on our next webinar, we will provide it for you na po. Para at least mas okay nga. Thank you sa mga suggestion din po and comments niyo po sa amin. Last na please sir, you can pay for installment naman po regarding doon sa work permit. Yes, ma'am. So actually, installment kasi yung payment po namin, i-discuss namin sa inyo if you're eligible, but hindi naman kailangan isang bagsakan siya. Actually, naka-categorize din siya sa 3 different stages din. So definitely, yung whole payment nyo, you can pay it in 3 different stages po. So para hindi ganun kabigat for you. So yeah, thank you Miss A. Mag-email na lang po ako one-on-one discussion. Ma'am Annalyn, mag-email na lang po ako pag one-on-one discussion. Yes ma'am, email nyo lang kami dito sa assessment at Roman CIS. Then be specific na you want a one-on-one session between me and you for student pathway discussion. Para at least mas clear tayo ma'am. Thank you, Ma'am Annalyn. Email lang kayo sa assessment namin, ma'am. Then, ako din yung sasagot sa inyo. And, ayun, tawagan ko kayo if ever na kung kailan kayo available and kailan tayo mag-agree for the discussion natin. Thank you, Ma'am Annalyn. Any question pa po? Siguro, if ever na wala ng question in 5 minutes, I'll end our live. Or exactly 11, we will end our live po if wala na kayong question from us. And make sure to follow our social media accounts po para at least updated kayo. Lalo na sa mga nagtatanong din sa working permit. Yes po, we have a direct employer na. Kaya ayun, to keep you updated, follow nyo lang po kami. Thank you so much po sa mga nanood sa amin. Actually, ang dami nanood from TikTok. Ang dami ng viewers natin. Maraming salamat po. Ma'am Annalyn, thank you din po. Basta email niyo lang po kami for the one-on-one session between me and you. Thank you so much po, Ma'am Annalyn. We still have 5 minutes. You can post your question here in TikTok, Zoom if ever. Meron pa naman tayong 4 participants in Zoom. Now, if you have any question you want to know, pwede na ba? Ito, bigyan ko na lang kayo ng dahil madami pa namang nanonood. So, paano nga po ba maging permanent resident in Canada? Ito is for student pathway specific. For student pathway specific po, at least makapag after you finish your study, at least makapag-work po tayo ng 1 year po. And after working in 1 year po, ayun, i-assess po or mag-a-apply po tayo for a permanent residency status na po doon. And if you're eligible na nga po, ayun, i-approve po nila tayo for that specific PR na po. For minutes po. So, hindi ko lang talaga, sa mga still watching po, hindi ko lang po talaga ma-disclose during the webinar kung magkano nga po ba talaga yung mga possible i-settle sa school and everything po. Kasi I want it to be more personal po. Kaya you can book our one-on-one discussion nga po. So, makikita nyo naman yung email namin. So, definitely, yan. If you want to book your one-on-one session between me and you, para at least mas specific po tayo, mas okay po yun, mas maintindihan niyo po yun kasi we have different slides po doon na, ayun, you can take your notes para at least may idea na po kayo kung how it works as a student pathway na. So yun, another let's say ano na lang siya, information. You can apply for a family app na if ever na you want to become an international student in Canada. But there's a risk if ever na we will apply for a family application dahil as I mentioned kanina, the one thing na kailangan natin mag-prove sa visa officer is we will go back dito sa Philippines after we finish our program po. So if ever na family application na po tayo, makikita nila, ay, possible hindi na bumalik si client. So definitely, baka, as I mentioned, baka dahil it depends pa rin naman po. So ito. Ayan, from Jeff Jeff Flores na lang, shortlisted na po ako for food service worker po. Gemaline Flores Ingram po. Hi ma'am, hi or ma'am sir. Actually sir, wait lang po kayo ng call from us, and if naka-receive na kayo ng email, so definitely you're in our list na po. So may iniintay na lang din po kami, and after that, we will schedule you na po for a call na po for our food service worker. So thank you so much po ulit sa mga nanood ng live po natin. Actually, sa TikTok din namin na-expect na marami ding mag-watch dahil student pathway. Actually, to give you an idea, yung last namin for working permit, kasi I know naman yung mga Pinoy gusto talaga mag-work agad kasi kung student pathway yung kukunin, medyo, I know naman mataas yung cost, pero at least that's the fastest way going to Canada, to give you an idea po. Ma'am Annalyn Mendiata, last pala, pwede po gamitin ang bank statement ng parents mo para sa funds for show money. Yes, Ma'am Annalyn, definitely you can. So your parents can be your sponsor po for student pathway po. So definitely yung parents niyo po magsasubmit po sila sa amin ng proof of sponsorship, and ayun, bank statement, bank certificate po. So yun po, no question na po from any viewers in our social media accounts po. I hope na marami kayong natututunan sa mga webinars namin. Though it's a free webinar naman para at least if ever na hindi pa kayo nakakapag-decide na you want to take the student pathway talaga, para at least magka-knowledge na po kayo. Para sooner or later, baka maisipan nyo, ay, di pa, ano tayo, migrate tayo in Canada. So, medyo mahirap na yung buhay dito. So, you can decide anytime. So, we're giving a free let's say free educational ano sa inyo para yun nga at least magka-idea kayo kasi yun nga Filipino din kami, we want to help din naman yung mga kababayan po natin. So maraming salamat po. So I guess we don't have any question na po. So Ma'am Annalyn, book mo ako ng you can book me on one-on-one session if you want to know more about it. And maraming salamat po for your participation sa mga nag-watch po sa amin. Maraming salamat. And sa mga viewers po from TikTok na waiting for webinar ng working permit, actually, ipopost din namin kung kailan siya. So Ma'am JDD23, paano mag-book for one-on-one yan, I guess? So mag-submit lang kayo ng resume sa amin, assessment at Romance CIS. Then ilagay niyo po subject is for one-on-one session lang for student pathway. Para at least alam ko na po na yon meron kaming clients na naka-book and magsisend ako sa inyo ng Zoom link if ever na mag-agree tayo sa date and time. Thank you, Ma'am JDD. So I guess we don't have any question na. So thank you so much for participating in our webinar. And Ma'am, from TikTok dito, Ma'am JDD23, yun. Send lang kayo sa assessment at Romance CIS namin para at least aware ako. Thank you so much po. Yes, salamat. Okay, thank you so much po for mga viewers po namin. Maraming salamat. And sa mga nagpa-book for one-on-one discussion, I'll be calling you today then. So, thank you so much po. Bye-bye po.